Hi guys, we are still at the first lesson, okay, for 8th standard mathematics, okay. Today we are going to cover exponents and powers. We know how to express some numbers as squares and cubes. For example, we write 5 square for 25, 5 cube for 125, okay. In general terms, an expression that represents a repeated multiplication of the same factor is called power, okay. The number 5 is called base and the number 2 is called exponent, okay. 5 स्क्वेयर उसमें 5 को क्या बोलते हैं, बेस बोलते हैं, और 2 को क्या बोलते हैं, एक्सपोनेंट बोलते हैं. मोर ऑफन कॉल्ड एज पावर, okay. The exponent corresponds to the number of times the base is used as factor. The exponent corresponds to the number of times the base is used as factor, okay. How many times we will use base, that depending upon the exponent value, okay. Powers with positive exponents. Value of powers given by positive whole number exponents quite often increase rapidly. Observe the following example. 2 power 1 is 2, 2 square is 2 into 2, okay. 2 cube 2 into 2 into 2. So positive exponents, the value will increase very rapidly. See how it increases: 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 40, 64, 128, 256, 512, 1024. At this rate of increase, what do you think 2 power 100 will be? In fact, 2 power 100 value is this, okay. Thus, we understand that the positive exponential notation with positive powers could be useful when we come across large numbers, okay. Powers with 0 and negative exponent. Observe this pattern. Starting from the beginning, what happens in the successive steps, we find that the result is half of that of the previous step, right? So what can we say about 2 power 0? 2 power 0 is half of 2 power 1 is how much? 1 only. If you prepare a table like this for 3 power 5, 3 power 4, 3 cube and so on, what will it tell us about 3 power 0? 1. We can use the same process as in this pattern to conclude that any non-zero number raised to the zero exponent must result in 1. Thus a power 0 is 1, where a is not equal to 0. Let us see what happens if we extend the above pattern further downward. As before, starting from the beginning in the successive steps, we find that the result is half of the previous step. Since 2 power 0 is 1, next step 2 power minus 1 is half, 1 by 2, whose value is the previous step's value is 1, whose value is the previous step's value 1, divided by 2, that is 1 by 2. Next 2 power minus 2, 1 by 4 and so on. In general, a power minus m is 1 by a power m, where m is an integer, okay. 2 power minus 1, 2 power minus 2, 2 power minus 3 is written here. Expanded form of a number using exponents. In the lower classes, we have learned how to write a whole number in the expanded form. For example, 5832. Okay. When we use exponential notation, 1000 is written as 10 cube, 100 is 10 square, 10 is 10 power 1. Okay. What shall we do if we get the decimal places? Powers of 10 with negative exponents come to our rescue. Okay, 58, 58, 50 plus 8 plus 3 by 10 plus 2 by 100, like that. So 5 into 10 power 1, 8 into 10 power 0, 3 into 10 power minus 1, 2 into 10 power minus 2. Similarly, you try to expand the given numbers here. Okay. Laws of exponents. Laws of exponents arise out of certain basic ideas. A positive exponent of a number indicates how many times we use that number in a multiplication, whereas negative exponent suggests as how many times we use that number in a division, since the opposite of multiplying is dividing. Product law. According to the law, when we multiply two powers that have same base, we can add the exponents, that is a power m into a power n is nothing but a power m plus n, okay. So 2 cube into 2 square is 2 power 5. You can verify that both ways you will get 32. Okay, quotient law. According to this law, when dividing two powers that have the same base, we can subtract the exponents, such as a power m by a power n is a power m minus n, where a not equal to 0, m and n are integers. Base should be same in both the quantities. How does it work? Study the following example. Minus 3 whole power 5 minus 3 whole square minus 3 whole power 3. Okay, minus 3 whole power 5 into minus 3 whole power minus 2. Right? If you add also, you'll get this. So you can follow different methods, but still you find the same answer every time. Okay, power law. According to this law, when raising a power to another power, we can just multiply the exponents, like a power m whole power n is nothing but a power m into n, where a is not equal to 0 and m and n are integers. So minus 2 whole power 6, that is positive only 64. Whatever may be the method you follow, you will end up getting same answer. Verify the following rules here. Here a b are non-zero integers and m n are any integers. So these we have already seen, right? 1 by 64. This is 1 by 8. No, this is 8. 2. So 1 minus 1 by 4. Third is minus 1 by 4. No, minus 2 whole power 5 minus 2 whole power minus 3. Minus 2 square 4. Sorry. This is 3 power 4 81. Simplify and write the answer in exponential form. First simplify it. 25. 5 minus 8 is 3. Minus 3. Minus 15. Minus 5. 3 power minus 20. This is 3 power 4. 3 power 4 will get cancelled out. 5 power 4. Find x so that this is equal to 10. That means x plus 7 is 10. X equal to 10 minus 7 3. Standard form and scientific notation. Standard form of a number is just the number as we normally write it. We use expanded notation, so the value of each digit, that is, it is exhibited as sum of each digit duly multiplied by its matching place value. For example, 125, 195 is standard form. It can be expanded as 1 in 100 place, so 100. 9 is 10 place, 9 into 10 plus 5 in 1's place, so 5 into 1. Astronomers, biologists, engineers, physicists, and many more come across quantities whose measures require very large numbers. If they write the numbers in standard form, it may not help us to understand and make computations easily. Scientific notation is a way to make these numbers easier to work with. To write in scientific notation, follow this form: s into 10 power a, where s is a number between 1 to 10, but not 10 itself. And a is a positive or negative integer. Thus, the number is in scientific notation is written as the product of a number and power of 10. We move the decimal place forward or backward until we have the number from 1 to 9. Then we add power of 10. That tells how many places you moved the decimal forward or backward. So these three are some real life examples. The positive exponent indicates that it is a large number. Negative exponent indicates that it is a smaller number, small number. So this thing you write it in a scientific notation. Minus 1 whole power n is always positive. So minus 2 whole power minus 7 minus 1 by 2 power 7. Okay. A power 0 is 1 for a not equal to 0. Minus 1 by 3 whole power minus 5. 243 minus 243. Yes, 5 times, right? So minus. If 8 power x is 1 by 64, what is the value of x? The value of x is minus 2. Right. The simplified form is uh, 4 power 4, 1 by 4. No, answer is 4. Using the power rule, a power m whole power n is nothing but a power m into n. So that is not correct. The standard form of 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 is correct. True only. The scientific form, correct only. This is 10 square, not 10 to the power minus 2. So 3, 4, 5 you can evaluate. Simplify 6 also. Solve for x 2 power 2x minus 1 by 2 power x plus 2. That means 2 power x plus 3 equal to square. So x is minus 1. Six. Next problem. This is x is 6. Expand using exponents. That you can do. Find the number in the standard form for the following exponents. That also you can do. Write the following numbers in scientific notation. Oh, that also you can do. Earth's volume is about this cubic kilometer. If you fill a bucket with dirt, the portion of the whole earth that is in the bucket will be minus 1 by 4, right? So you have to multiply with minus 2 by 5 to get it 1 by 10. Minus 2 whole power minus 5. Minus 1 by 32. Which is not correct. This is also correct. This is not correct. X plus 3 is 9, x is 6. Scientific form: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 to the power minus 10. If 3/4 of box of apples weighs 3 kg, 225 grams, how much does a full box of apples weigh? 4 by 3 into 3 kg, 225 grams. Okay. 9 plus 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 7s are 21. 3 5s are 15. 1.75 into 4. 1.75 into 4. 4 5s are 20. 4 7s are 28. 3 7 kg. Okay. Mangalam buys a water jug capacity of this. If she buys another jug which is this times large as the smaller mug, how many liters can the larger one hold? Uh, 15 plus 4, 19 by 5 into 6 plus 2, 8 by 3. 19 by 5 into 8 by 3. That is the answer. Ravi multiplies this and he says that the simplest form of this product is 10 by 3. 5 3 ja 5 5 ja. Okay. 8 2 ja 10 by 3 correct. And Chandru says the answer in the simplest form is 3 and 1 3. Who is correct? They are both correct. But this is called simplest form 10 by 3. Find the length of the room whose area is this square meter and whose breadth is this length to breadth. Oh no, this is area, this is breadth. Divide this by this, you will get the length. There is a large square portrait of a ladder that covers an area of this. If each side has 2 cm liner, what would be its area? If each side has 2 cm liner, first find square root of 4489, okay, and then add 2 centimeter to the side and then square it, you will get the area. A greeting card has an area of 90 cm square. Between what two whole numbers is the length of its side? A greeting card has an area of 90 cm square. Between what two whole numbers is the length of its side? If it is square, 8 8 64, 9 9 81, 9 cm and 10 cm. Okay. He has to mention that it is square. 225 square shaped mosaic tiles, each of area 1 square decimeter exactly, covers a square shaped veranda. How long is each side of the square shaped veranda? Each of area 1 square decimeter exactly covers square shaped veranda. How long is each side of the square shaped veranda? Decimeter is 1 by 10 cm. Okay. Square decimeter. So 1 by 100. So 2.25 square meter. So 1.5 meter is each side. Okay. Cube root of this into square root of x is 3100. Find x. First we need to find cube root of this. How to find cube root? We know one method, right? What is that method? Come on, quickly. That method is nothing but cube root of something and something. No? Yes, we need to find cube root of 1906624. 1906624. Okay. Let's factorize. 1906624. 1906624. It seems that it will go by 4. 4 4 is 16. 3 4 7 is 28. 2 4 6 is 24. 2 4 6 is 24. 2 4 5 is 20. 4 6 is 24. Fine. Okay. When last two digits go by 4, it will go by 4 like that. This also last two digits will go by 4, right? So we'll try with 4 only. 4 1s are 4. 4 1s are 4. 4 9s are 36. 4 1s are 4. 4 3s are 12. 4 9s are 36. 36 6 4 1. No, 4 9s are 36 3. 4 3s are 12. 15 1. 4 1s are no. 4 1s are 4. 4 1s are 4. 4 9s are 36. 4 6 are 24. 4 4 is 16. There we made a mistake. Okay, again it will go by 4. 4 2 is 8. 4 9 is 36. 4 7 is 28. 4 9 is 36. 4 1 is 4. Okay, 4 1 is 4. 3 4 7 is 28. 31 3. 36 3. Okay, correct only. So it no longer go by 2 or 4 or any 6, any even number, because it is odd number, right? So let's add them up. 9 plus 1 10, 17. 17 plus 2 19. 19 plus 9 28. So it won't go by 3 either. Okay, 4 5 also won't go. 6 7. We have to try 7. Let's try for 7. Okay, 7 2 ja, 7 3 ja, 7 4 ja, yeah, 28. 1 7 2 ja, 14 again. 3 7 5 ja, 35. No, it won't go by 7 either. Then we have to try for 9. Okay, in anyway, see the number 190,662,4. We made any mistake here. So we haven't done any mistake. That is 190,662,4 only. Okay, so it won't go by 21, 23, 27, 29. Will it go by 31? Yes, it will go by 31. How many times? 31, 961. So this becomes 961. Okay, again it has to go by 31 only. There is no other choice. 31. This is 31. Okay, so 3 4s are 331. So one among the triplet, one among this triplet will give you the result. So 4 into 31 is the answer. 4 3 is 12. 4 12. So 124. Okay, 124 is this answer. 3100 by 124 is how much? 3100 by 124 is 25. Root x is 25. X is what? 5. Okay, we are considering only positive, right? So we will take only 5. 5 is the answer for this. 2 power m minus 1 plus 2 power m plus 1 is 640. Then find m. This is not multiplication, this is addition, simple addition. Okay. But what we can do, 2 power m by 2, 2 power m into 2. Okay. You got the point? Well, let me indicate it somewhere. But how to write 2 power m? 2 power m I am taking it as x. Okay. X by 2 plus x into 2 equal to 640. What I mean to say is let us write something here. Okay. X by 2 plus, where is this plus, okay, 2x, x into 2 is 2x equal to 640. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, 640. Okay, this is the case. Multiply everything with 2, you will get this is 4x, yes, 4x plus x, 5x equal to 1280. 5x is 1280. After simplification, 5x is 1280. Okay, 4x plus x 1280. That is correct. 1280 by 5 is how much? 1280 by 10 is how much? 128. So 128 into 2, 256. Okay, you got the point? Yes, x is 256. Let's go back to our original problem then. X we got, right? 256 only. Not to worry. 1280 divided by 4. 4, right? Now 5. 256. So 2 power m is 256. 256 is how many power m? Sorry, 2 power how much? 2 power 8 is 64, right? 2 power 10 is 1024. 2 power 8 is 2 power 8 is 256. So m is how much? 8 only. 2 power 5 is 32. 2 power 6 is 64. Okay, 2 power 7 128. 2 power 8 is 256. So m is 8. Okay. Give the answer in scientific notation. A human heart beats at an average of 80 beats per minute. How many times does it beat in 1 hour? One hour has 60 minutes into 60, 4800. In a day, 4800 into 24. In a year, 4800 into 24 into 365. For 1000 years, 365 into 100. Okay. So these are challenging problems. So far, those problems are not challenging. In a map, if 1 inch refers to 120 km, then find the distance between two cities B and C, which are these inches and these inches from the city A, which lies between the cities B and C. Two cities B and C, which are inches from the city A, which lies between the cities B and C. Add these two up then. 25 by 6 plus 20 by 6. 45 by 6. Okay. 45 by 6 into 120. So 45 into 20 means 900 km. That is the answer. Okay. 900 km. Uh, how many problems are there? The collection of all zero rational numbers is closed under division. No. Subtraction is not commutative for rational numbers. Distributive property is true. This is true. The means of two rational numbers is rational and lies between them. Right. That is right. Division is not associated for rational numbers. If one, that is also correct, I guess. 1/4 of ragi adai weighs 120 grams. What will be the weight of 2/3 of the same ragi adai? 1/4 ragi adai weighs 120 gram. Mm-hmm. So 1 ragi adai is 480 grams, right? 480 into 2 by 3. 480. 320 grams. Okay, P plus 2Q is 8 and PQ 40. 2 by P plus 1 by Q is how much? 2Q plus P on the numerator, that is 18. P into Q on the denominator, 40. 18 by 40, 9 by 20. Yeah, 9 by 20 is the answer. So these problems are not that much challenging anyhow. We will solve the remaining problems, and if there are any challenging problems, let me know. Order the following from the least to the greatest. This one I will do. Okay, 2 power 600, right? This is 2 square, 2 power 800. Can I write it 2 power 800? Is that possible here? Let me see. 2 power 800. Can I write 2 power something? Mm-hmm. So if it is if it is permitted, I will write, no problem. Oh, not this one. Okay. 2 I can write 2 power something. 2 power something. 2 power something. If I write 2 underscore 2, no. Okay, I can indicate it with power. 2 power. Yeah, right. So I will indicate 2 power as 2 power of 800. This is 2 power 800. By 2 power 800, 2 square. Uh, a power m whole power n is nothing but a power m into n. So 2 into 400 is 800. So this is 3 power 500. Okay. This is 2 cube. So 2 power 300. 2 power 300 only. Okay. This is 2 power 100. To all 2 powers, we can easily tell which one is greater, which one is lesser. 2 power 100 is less than everything. Then 2 power 300 will come. Then 2 power 600 and then 2 power 800. What about 3 power 500? Where will it lie? Where will it stand? 3 power 500 is obviously greater than 2 power 100, 300. Will it be greater than 2 power 600 and 2 power 800? That is where the problem arises. 3 power 100 is what? 3 power 5 into 3 power 100. 3 power 5 is 81. When all bases are equal, then only we can say. I suppose there is a printing mistake there. It is not 3 power 500, it is 2 power 500. Then you can easily arrange. See, everything is base 2 only. Why all of a sudden you will get 3 there? So that is a printing mistake. So let's leave 3 power 500. You can put it in a ascending order. Okay. So let's go through the quick summary, and we are done with the lesson 1. A number that can be expressed in the form of a, b, where a and b are integers and b not equal to 0 is called rational number. All natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and fractions are rational numbers. Every rational number can be represented in a number line. 0 is neither positive nor negative rational number. A rational number a, b, b is said to be in the standard form. The denominator b is in positive integer and its a, b is 1. Yes, standard form means when there is no common factor between numerator and denominator. So highest common factor is 1. There are unlimited number of rational numbers between two rational numbers. Subtracting two rational numbers is same as adding the additive inverse of the second integer and the first rational number. Subtracting two rational number is the same as adding the additive inverse of the second number to the first rational number. That is correct. Multiplying two rational numbers is the same as multiplying the numerator and number separately and then writing the product with the standard form. Dividing the rational number and the rational number is the same as multiplying the first rational number with the second rational number. The following table is about the properties of rational number. Yeah, rational number q represented by q, positive, closure, commutative, associative. Multiplication is distributive over addition and subtraction. Subtraction also closure, not commutative, not associative. This is distributive. Multiplication closure, commutative, associative, but not distributive. Division, no, it's not closure, it's not commutative, it's not associative. 0, 1 are respectively the additive and multiplied identities of rational number. The additive inverse of a by b is minus a by b and vice versa. Reciprocal of multiplied inverse of rational number a by b is b by a. Multiplication gives you unity. A natural number n is called a square number if we can find another natural number m such that n equal to m square. The square root of the number n is written as root n or n power of is a number that gives n when it is multiplied by itself. The number of times a prime factor occurs in the square is equal to twice the number of times it occurs in the prime factorization of number. For any two positive numbers a and b, we have this. Okay, if b is not equal to 0, if you multiply a number by itself, then by itself again the result is cube. The cube root of a number is the value that when cubed gives the original number. An expression that represents repeated multiplication of the same factor is called power. The exponent corresponding number of times the base is called factor. Loss of exponent a power m into a power n, a power m plus n, a power m, a power n, a power m minus n, a power m whole power m, a power m n. Other is a power 0 1 a power minus 7 by a power m, a power m into b power m, a b whole power m, a power m by b power m, a b by a by b whole power m. To write this in scientific notation, we follow the forms s into 10 power a, where s is a number integer or integer with decimal between 1 and 10 but not 10 itself, and a is positive or negative integer. Okay, s is between 1 to 10, not 10. Okay, that's it. We completed lesson 1. Okay, we'll be meeting in the next lesson 2 in the next lesson. Okay, nandri vanakkam. See how beautiful this nature is. You also start planting the trees. Let us bring a new change in our society. Let us plant the trees and let others plant the trees. Let's take this pledge seriously from now. Thank you.